Recently, I've taken the opportunity here on Friday Plays to revisit games from my ranking tiers that viewers felt I may have graded too harshly. But today is the reverse of that. Today, I'm going back to the Imagic title Firefighter that lots of commenters claimed I was too kind to and rated too favorably. I'll take a closer look next. This video supported in part by...
Playing VR, I tend to sweat. It gives me an edge. So King of Nerds happens to give me an edge too. Let King of Nerds give you the edge. Bye, King of Nerds.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John and I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. It was a little over a year ago that I published my Imagic ranking tier, where I stepped through each game they published and gave it a grade. And one game that got a lot of attention in the comments was Brad Stewart's Firefighter. Now, in part, here's what I said. Firefighter is a goofy little game that has poor controls, poor design, not that engaging. I'm gonna get pushback on this one. I know where this game belongs, but I can't help it. I like it. I gotta bump it up to a C because I just find Firefighter a charming, mindless game to play. Now, of course, these rankings are subjective, but even back then I acknowledged that Firefighter was probably deserving of a lower grade, but as an overall package, I just find it to be more fun than is the common consensus. And since I do go back and play it fairly frequently, I thought Friday Plays would be the perfect place to revisit Firefighter and try to determine just what it is about this somewhat subpar Imagic game that resonates for me. Plus, I'll share with you my favorite made-up Firefighter challenge. Let's go. Okay, well here he is. Here's Firefighter, and look, if you fire this up the first time and you look at it, you're like, what is this blocky building thing? And I get, and once you get into the gameplay especially, I get why people say it's not a great game, but I'm gonna cover all the things that I think are cool about it. Starting here with a tour of the screen. So on the left-hand side, in the middle, of course, is your building at a 10-story building with the 3 columns of windows. At the top of the building is your person you're trying to save up there. Now, I don't know if it's a guy or a woman. I always thought it was a dude, but we'll see. We'll talk about it. Lower right of the screen is your fire truck, and it has a little number 5 on it, engine number 5, which to me, I always thought that was cool because it looks like an old, like a Model T Ford that you would see. So maybe this is a vintage game that's happening in the 20s or the 30s. And then you have your firemen that always reminded me of the aliens you picked up in Cosmic Arc, the little simple single color guys who are at the bottom. But that's your little firefighter. Bottom of the screen is the game select. There are 9 game options to go through, and all the game options do are change between how tall the building is. So it goes from 10 stories to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 on game option number 8. And then the number 9, and we're gonna come back to that. That's my favorite game option and the one that I have a challenge for you to try for Firefighter. But let's go to game option 1 and continue the tour by hitting start so we can start to see the game in action. So now that we hit start, at the bottom of the screen is a timer that shows how long you've been playing this round. And in fact, the only scoring you have is how long does it take you to save the person. So if you save the person in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, it's over. You just start again with all your water and you proceed. So if you have 2 things you're controlling in this game that can be a little weird. You control your firefighter, which is just your joystick, and you control your truck by holding down the button and using your joystick. You can change the angle of the ladder or the extension of the ladder. And then finally, if you're standing under one of the windows, you hold up. By the way, the fire, I think, looks awesome. The multicolor going red to yellow, I think those look great. Also, I love the water, the splashy water, how you can use the water to kind of help put out the flames. And you'll notice that as you use water, the water indicator to the left of your score is going to go down. Now, you can actually eliminate fire entirely if you have enough water to do it. I should also point out that the little person cannot die. It's a common misconception that if you don't put all the fires out, you're going to kill the guy. All they'll do is run to the roof, as you see there, and wait until the fire comes down. Now I'm out of water. In fact, that's all I could do. So we talked about game select. It's also worth noting the game difficulty, so the A, B. In the standard mode, which is difficulty B, the fire moves at this rate. So what I want to do is I'm hit reset and go into difficulty A, and I want you to watch how quickly the flames push up the building to the top, and then they quickly burn themselves out, which they would do in A or B, just faster in A, and how quickly you'd have to figure out how high to get up to save this person Watch the flames just shove them to the roof. And once they're there, all you can do is either put out the flames or wait for them to die out. Watch. Okay, fast forward a bit and edit. The flames are almost done. And as soon as they run out, my little guy takes an express elevator to the floor. Fire goes out. That's and then all you have to do is extend the ladder. And on the bottom floor, why couldn't he just come out the door? I don't know. Anyway, you run up, he'll walk over, and you save him. For he's a jolly good fellow. So even if I burn out all of the fires, you can save in like a minute. So we're going to go back to the B difficulty here. And just a couple more things I'll show you, and then I'll talk about the challenge. So we'll come down to a shorter building, just for example. So in a normal playthrough, the idea is to put out some of the fire and predict where he's going to be to run the ladder to that level. So he's on floor 3. So let's go to 2, 3, maybe 4, and run the ladder up to floor 4. Now he's not there yet, but the fire will push him up there as soon as there's any fire on floor 3. So there he is. And by the way, as soon as you're on the truck or ladder, he'll go to the extreme right-hand side, and then you've saved him in just 30 seconds. So not super challenging. You hit start, you're just starting over. It's just like hitting game reset. Okay, so here's the challenge, though. Here's what I find the most interesting and creative way to play Firefighter. We're going to do a no water challenge because on game option number 9, you actually, as you finish and save one of the people, the building grows. You actually go through 7 levels from 3 through 10 of saving this guy, and then your overall time is what you get. So I like to do that without using any water and seeing if I can predict where he's going to be and save him based on the speed of the flames. Before I do that, very quickly, of course, I will remind you of our store where you can get our logo printed on hats and t-shirts and mugs and stickers and all kinds of cool stuff, or other designs like firefighting designs, not a magic firefighter, but firefighting designs, all sorts of cool, nostalgic, throwback, gaming, pop culture stuff. Look, you can get that stuff anywhere. If you'll shop our store when you're in the market, not only will you get the thing you're looking for, but we'll get a few pennies to help support the content we create here on GenXGrownUp. So please do keep us in mind. We certainly would appreciate that you do. Okay, here's the challenge. This is game option 9, difficulty B, the no water game option 9 firefighter challenge. And the right away, what you have to do is make sure you start the game and save the very first person on level 3. If you don't, you might as well restart. But you'll see as I go forward. So wish me luck. Here we go. All right, quickly, let's get this ladder up to level 3. 2 seconds. There's the clock burning. Run up there. He'll quickly get pushed to level 3. He's already there. We got him. I'm holding left, so he'll jump quickly. I'm going to go to level 4 this time. Oh, it's not quite there. Level 4. Because typically I find that the next round, the fire is coming up a little faster. So he's coming across, and sure enough, the fire is going to chase him up to 4, and I'll lose. Oh, perfect timing. Now, you'll gain time if you can save him on 3, of course, but he's got to be far enough right when you go there. This is very close. That fire, the 3rd window's coming up quickly. We might not get him. Oh, see what happened? So now you pretty much have to go all the way to the top to save him, and you got to hurry. It's quite quick. I got to run up there quickly. I've already burned 49 seconds. Come on, little guy. There he goes. Holding left now. All right, so made through a few. I'm going to go to level 4 because 3 is just, it's too tight. 1, 2, 3. There's 4. There we go. Jump up. So he's already coming across now because I'm on the ladder. But 3, see, he would not have made 3. So having him on 4 is a better plan because that's where I'm at. Now, I'd like to save him on 3 a couple more times if I can, if he's on the right level. He's far enough right. Maybe I can get this one. Okay, come on, run, little guy. Run, little guy, the fire's coming. Oh, that's close. I don't think I'm gonna make that one. Oh, the yellow fire, he got me again. All right, so again, go up a couple of levels. Burning time, 1, 2, let's go up. That's gonna be about level 6 or 5, yeah. That ought to do it, all right. Just got a few more floors. He's already in the right spot. Great, holding left, so I jump off right away. 1, 2, 3, go up to level 4. It's not gonna be my best run ever, that's for sure. Looks like, oh, that's perfectly timed because he's going to get there just in time to get pushed to 4. Boom. All right, keep going. Again, I'm going to try 4. I think 4 is good middle ground. But if you could get a few levels on 3, just cross 2 minutes, that's how you're going to gain. Because you usually pick up like 2 or 3 seconds if you can catch him on floor 3. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, that about 5 seconds I lost there. Yeah, so that was a good example of how you could have caught him on 3 if you had taken the gamble. So I think this is the last one. Come on, guy. Come on, guy. Yeah, this is perfect. The flame's going to push him to 4. 223, 224. There he goes. That's it. The end. 2 minutes, 26 seconds. All right, look, not my best performance. Not the best I've ever done at this, but passable. Like I said, between probably, 2 minutes and 3 minutes, I think probably is my typical score on this option 9 challenge. It's hard to get under 2. I don't think I've ever gotten under 2. Like 202, 203 is my best. But give it a shot. Look, pointing out the things like the fire, like the water, like how you can make your own fun with this. And I wasn't even taking this creative play into consideration when I gave my ranking, but here's the thing, especially with old games, old DOS games, old Atari 2600 games, sometimes the game isn't everything you hoped it would be. But once you have it in your hands, once you own it, once it's in your house, what I certainly did as a kid was make my own fun with it, make my own creative challenges, working within the limitations and the structure and the mechanics of the game. Make up your own ways that you can play with the game and challenge yourself to do things that maybe the creator never thought of. Now, yes, the creator knew you were on game option 9 going to go through the 7 levels and see how quickly you could do it. I don't think they ever considered you do it without using a drop of water. You know, that's against the design of the game, but for me, it adds something to the game and gives you a little extra something to shoot for, something to try. So, is it a D game, an F game? No. I don't know if this in any way has helped change your opinion of this game. For me, it's a C or better game, just because, like so many of those older games, I just find it fun to play. I maybe can't quantify that, but it is what it is. Okay, here's a new one for Friday Plays. Wikipedia is one of my sources of research for these games, but when I looked up Firefighter, even the basic description was wrong. It read that you had to put out the fire before a person trapped in the building is killed, which is incorrect because the little guy in the building can never die. And then it went on to say that once the fire is out, the player can extend a ladder from a fire truck to rescue the person from the building, suggesting you couldn't rescue the guy until the fire was out. Well, since Wikipedia is only as good as the information, and I felt obligated to edit this description so it's more accurate for the next person doing research on Imagic games. Friday Plays contributing to the collective knowledge. Sort of. Look, I feature a different vintage game here each week, so if you have a favorite you'd like to see get the Friday Plays treatment, drop me a line down in the comments. Meanwhile, links to previous entries here and here. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this entry. I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.